Let's go. Let's hit it. How do you like your headphones?
I like them, man. I like them, man.
I like them.
I like them, man. What's up, guys? Welcome back to JPMP. I'm Justin.
Hi, I'm Manny.
And we are JPMP. You threw me off. Anytime you do something slightly different, it messes me up and I hate it. Today we are listening to one of our favorite bands, The Deer Hunter.
Really?
What?
One of your favorite bands?
Act 3 is a masterpiece.
You like Act 3? Since when have you been listening to them?
I listened, dude, years ago. So anyways, today what are we doing?
We're listening to The Deer Hunter. We're going to take the first and second song, Rebirth and The Old Hunt, from Act 4, Rebirth and Reprise. I regret not seeing them last year. I should have seen them.
Did you ask me to go with you or something? Or you mentioned it?
I don't know what I was doing.
Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Of course, join us on Twitter and Instagram. We have that.
Yeah.
Join us down in the comments. Continue recommending us songs. So anyways, this is, we're going to do two songs like we said. Rebirth and The Old Hunt.
Yeah.
Let's go.
A sinister slight sound.
Love his voice.
Mm-hmm.
From the fountain
Quartet kind of style.
fortune line.
You hear the bass.
Without being over the top. I love when they do stuff like this.
I don't know what relations. I don't even know. You're gonna have fun editing this one.
What are you doing?
I don't know.
Oh, it skipped around.
Yeah. Yeah, you're gonna have fun editing this one.
I got you.
That's how you get into it. The offbeats.
Yeah.
Just the other instruments they're throwing in.
Keeping the same tone from the intro.
Hills of the higher end, lost on the song.
the delivery.
Yeah.
Come on, like. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Harmony in the back.
Yeah. That's awesome.
It's song structure and delivery. Hear the guys in the back? You hear the guys in the back?
Everyone's doing something. Like how they slow that down. Drop that a little bit.
Do you hear the?
It'll flow into the next song.
Obviously, it'll flow into the next song. Which waves I've heard.
Did you do your own fade out?
I did my own fade.
I'll say immediately, I'll give it a 4.
That's really
That's
good.
really good. I liked it a lot. I'm combining both as a whole into 4 from what I heard both of them. I really like how Deer Hunters always had an album focus. They always make things flow into the next song very well. They keep the same theme going because they're telling a story. It's a concept album. I'm quite sure because they're all acts. One thing I really like about Deer Hunter, they are theatrical without being overblown.
Yeah.
Which is, it can go both ways. For example, watching this, I feel like I'm watching a play. Right? Like a small kind of stage show.
Yeah.
Whereas when we listen to like a song like Epica or like the Evanescence song, it's like a grand like symphony. They both have their place. I'm not saying one's better or one's worse, but I do like this because it's like more intimate.
Yes.
Like you're watching a play at a local theater. That's all I gotta say about it.
What I really enjoy, Deer Hunter is a band that I've been working on personally because initially, right off the bat, like it is a lot to get into.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, they are a band that if you're gonna get into them, it's just like, okay, where do I start? So I've been working on this for months. Months, because there are so many aspects of this band that I enjoy. His voice, I love the guitars, I love the instruments, the fact that they have three guitarists, and how they're able to blend. And like, I've watched their rig breakdowns on YouTube, and just the fact that like, you know, they mention aspects of like how to not compete with one another when it comes to, you know, they're playing on stage. Absolutely. And then they have a what's that word? They have a percussionist, and they have a drummer, and then they have backline that they use, and it's like I love that so much. I mean, Casey
Crescenzo?
What? I don't know how to pronounce his name. Cece. No, I'm sure he doesn't like that. Casey.
Hates it.
Casey. Mr. Casey. Mr. Casey. Because I can't pronounce your last name. Like, I'm bad. He makes his own guitars. So, like, okay, here's how I start to get into a band. Is like, I look at them and like how they talk about their gear and like
how they compose music, and how they work as a band.
How they interact, like, you know, on Audio Tree Live. You know what I mean? Like when they're band trained. Like, you know, like I look at those things. So that all plays into why I like a certain band. So when I listen to this, just as a song itself, it's like I take all those factors into consideration, but like even just song structure, I felt like I was running. Like I felt good. Like they played with it enough.
Yeah.
It was still a very simple song structure.
Yeah.
Verse, chorus, bridge.
End.
Yeah, bridge and then end. Because they're going to flow back into waves, the next song. So I just thought, like, if we break down the verse, just the way that he sang the verse, if you break it up like in two, he sang it one way, and then the second half he sang it differently. Then
within the same structure, even though it's a typical structure, he delivered it in a way that was
and that's another thing.
Interesting.
The way he delivered the words themselves,
right?
Past deeds would never lead the mischief to a christening. Gears grind away, spur to speed. Na, 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 na. Like, and then held out of love, a grip too tight. Dun, 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 na, 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 na.
Yeah.
And then a powerful chorus, which I'm a sucker for. Like,
right. Yeah.
Big choruses. And then again, in the chorus, he's breaking that down again. There's far too many ways to die. Far too many ways to die.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like,
I got you.
When a band does that, they know what they're doing. I mean, when did this album come out? 2015? All right, they know what they're doing. They've been doing this.
They're set by then. Yeah.
They've been doing this for years already. But like, that's for me, that's a 5.
Okay. Yeah.
For me, that's a 5 because, like, he started off with just his voice. He wasn't afraid. Like, I think most of these, I know in Act 1 for sure, they start off, like, in that quartet-y kind of...
Yeah, they do that a lot. Because same reason. They're theatrical without being over dramatic.
It's almost like sometimes you can't... I think some bands try to do this. Let's start off with, let's grab their attention. But I feel like they always grab the attention with, like, cool stuff. Like, people always loved string quartets back in the day. Always loved. It was fascinating to watch. Even nowadays, you have full dedicated bands that are just vocalists.
Pentatonics, Homegrown, I believe, is another one. Like, yeah.
Okay, so or something 5. There's another band, another vocalist.
Yeah, it's a thing.
I saw them. Anyway, it's fascinating, and so I guess for me personally, just the fact that they can start off with that, they're not afraid to start off with that. Initially, in my mind, it's just like, I love the blending of harmonies.
And the way they bring their instruments in as they do that, like in the intro here.
And then there was just, they drop out for a second. Like... That grabs me right away.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. It's a great way to begin. It's absolutely a great way to start not only a song but an album.
But it's just like I don't
because I think with that specifically, it captures your attention with the quartet and how they all rise in harmony. Love that. And then they do that for just a second more, and then his voice comes in singing the main verse. Like, oh, he's building it up
And
already.
he's just got a good voice.
Yeah, yeah.
He's just got a good
has.
voice. Super clean. You know, he's able to push it. You get a little bit of that vocal fry sometimes, especially live. Just, I mean, like, it's not a vocal fry, but it's like...
I think it might be considered one.
But like, that's just good. That's just good songwriting.
One thing I want to say is I like the lyrics. I like the chorus here. You want to leave your home, but you don't want to lose control. And there's far too many ways to die, far too many ways to die. You want to keep your soul above the ocean floor, but there's far too many waves to try. I just like the way the whole song is. I know it's a story. I'm just taking this lyrically as I can. It's like about leaving home and risking losing what you know is safe to go out and try other things, even though the risk is, you know, you could lose everything you have or are. So I just like the way the lyrics are written.
And then this could be an aspect, like, to the world, like how the world state is.
But they write their lyrics in a way kind of like Coheed and Cambria, another amazing band that takes concept albums.
That's another one.
Concept albums, and they have a story that goes on throughout their albums, but they write it in a way that even if you take it as an individual song, you can take other things out of it instead of just literally the story.
Dude, it's a science.
And that's great songwriting.
It's a science, man. Like, I really question and wonder why certain songs appeal to me or to another person.
We like to look into that. Yeah.
I literally think about that when I'm listening to music. When I listen to the Deer Hunter, I'm like, all right, I know this part is slow, and I know I'm generally not catered towards that, but why? But how is it adding to this? But I can only do so much at a time either. Yeah. Like, I can only do one band at a time.
Yeah. I'm kind of like the same way. Like, I take like a section of music, like several bands, and then I dive into that and I kind of fixate on that for a while. And start to move on to other things.
Yeah. Again, if you're watching this far, thanks. Here's another thing as well. It's like, if I'm gonna dive into a band, like, and I'm talking about bands that are gonna stick with me till I'm older. Like Linkin Park stuck with me. Dredge. You know, these bands stuck with me. It's not only an investment of listening time, but it's an investment of, like, a period in my life. You know what I mean?
And a part of you.
It's a part of you. Yeah. And so you think back, like, because I use my timeline of life, like, oh yeah, I don't remember what age I was in, 2001, but I know that's when I was listening to Linkin Park and Hybrid Theory, and I know how I was feeling.
I understand.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, that's what I use.
Because you have music that brings you back to certain times in your life.
Chevelle, another big one, 2012 to 2013. Like,
you can pick those out.
Yeah, I don't watch YouTube videos. I watch, like, live shows on YouTube videos.
Yeah.
Of Chili Peppers and, like, just all these things. So, like, to find a band that's making me question certain things and making me think about things and, play that into my type of music when I play for myself, like, that's a 5 out of 5. Yeah.
Because it's making you question. It's making you emotionally resonate with things. It's it's driving you to something.
And I see this sticking to a period in my life right now. You know what I mean?
Right. Absolutely.
So that's how deeply I think about music.
Yeah. That's all we got to say. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. We really do appreciate that. Continue to subscribe to us and like and all that stuff. Comment below.
Thanks for watching this far.
Get on Instagram and Twitter with us.
Yeah.
And recommend